Hello everyone, my name is Kane and welcome back to more... If it'll load on the screen. Hey! Wake up! There you go. Chaos Child. Last time we ended on... we ended on something, that's for damn sure. Horror beyond mortal comprehension is what I would describe it as, I guess. Oh boy. Further in we go then. If you asked me, all the people in my class were ignorant children. When I was in 4th grade, only about 1 in 6 kids had a smartphone. A bunch of them would use their phones during breaks to pull up secret web pages made by the kids at school or dumb joke sites. They passed them around the class to become the center of attention, and each would be the leader of their own little group. One day, one of these leaders was upset because he couldn't visit a site he'd been able to access the day before. Some of the kids in his group suggested that it was broken or that maybe the address had changed. I told him, it's internet content filtering. Your parents contacted the cell phone company to limit your online access. The leader looked stunned for a moment, but then he yelled at me not to make stuff up. The rest of the group joined in. I knew I was right. I wasn't making anything up. I didn't understand why they were yelling. Later I realized that I was the class misfit, and he was the boss of his little group, and he didn't like that I showed him up. I only went to school once in a while, but when I did, something like that always happened. I was sick of it. I wanted to show the rest of the class I was better than they were. I wanted to shock all those wrong-siders. When I snuck inside, I found a place filled with true darkness, unlike any I'd ever experienced. I could hear her gasp behind me. You okay? No way. Serica didn't answer. She just clung to me, as if seeking escape from the darkness around us. Should we go home? Serica quickly shook her head.
It's okay. Somebody was Ami-chan, and I don't want to be in the house. You too, right, Taku?
I thought for a second and nodded. For her, that was probably the real reason. Okay, let's go. Serica nodded back, but even in the darkness, I could see that her lips were quivering. She was scared. Maybe I'm lucky. What I wanted in this situation wasn't a brave comrade who would go boldly forward with me, but a friend who would shiver pathetically behind my back. No matter what happened, I had to protect Serica. Having her there made me feel better like that. I brought my focus back to what was going on around me and started to softly walk around. What is that? We saw that before. But I don't like it. I woke up from the usual dream. For once, I hadn't been sweating in my sleep. In fact, I felt better than usual. Okay. Please tell me that sticker's gone. Thank goodness. Yeah, that was absolutely terrifying. If you didn't check the end of last episode, basically what happened is we stuck one of those sumo stickers up, and it was normal for approximately 30 seconds before it suddenly opened its eye and screamed. Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but that's horrifying. Now I remember why making this series, why playing through these games in particular takes so long for me. Like, anytime I play through these games, it's not like other games where I feel like I can crank out multiple episodes in one day. It's not that I dislike the game. In fact, it's opposite. I absolutely adore these games. The problem is, if I try to do more than one episode a day, I risk really, really dropping myself off the deep end in terms of sanity. Because it really does feel like playing through these games can drain your sanity at points. I booted up the PC, checked my email, and then loaded all the major newspaper and news sites up at once. It was how I usually started my morning. I felt extremely alert. I could probably finish my usual routine in less than an hour. Yeah, that's right. I'm not a kid anymore. I won't give up halfway like I did before. This time, the mystery I need to solve is right in front of me. The sumo wrestler. Have you ever seen this sticker? On a street light? On an abandoned phone booth? On the back of a mailbox? Or on road signs? You can find them anywhere in town. Don't open its eye, please. These strange stickers, which look like the faces of two fat men overlapping, are called sumo stickers. The first time people started talking about them was back in 2007. Can I go ahead and just say this? If there ever comes a point in this game where we're surrounded by a bunch of these stickers and they all open their eyes and start screaming, I might break down. And that's going to happen knowing these kind of games. They were big enough that at one point people were talking about them on TV. After the 2009 Shibuya earthquake, everyone just stopped talking about them, but lately they started appearing around Shibuya again. This was found yesterday, for example. Don't like that. At first, these stickers may appear to have been put up at random, but they actually all have something in common. This, and this. These three stickers were found near the sites of the bizarre deaths that the whole city's been talking about. This was put up on the karaoke box opposite the apartment where Don't Look took place. This was put up on a street light near Audio Bleed. So this is the Audio Bleed one. We were actually wondering, like, where it would be, but we now know for a fact it is there. This was put up on the Love Hotel opposite the scene of Revolving Dead. That's right, all of these are placed near the scenes of the deaths. Some of you may think this is just a coincidence, but Don't Look and Revolving Dead took place in a 5th-story condo and a 3rd-story of a Love Hotel. And both these stickers were placed high up on the 5th and 3rd floors of the buildings opposite of them, as if they were looking down the scene. Audio Bleed is no different. It was placed on a streetlight looking down over the scene. Is this really just a coincidence? Who created these stickers? Why are they being put up? And do they have anything to do with all these strange deaths? We'll continue our investigation. Finally, Don't Look took place on September 7th. Audio Bleed took place on September 19th. Revolving Dead took place on September 29th. Have you all noticed that these 3 incidents took place on the same dates as the first 3 New Generation Madness killings 6 years ago? If the sumo stickers have something to do with what's going on in Shibuya right now, then maybe they have something to do with what happened 6 years ago. Use 5. That means no one but us has seen it. But use 5. That means no one but us has seen it, right? So somebody else has already figured this out. Cameraman, do your damn job. Well, we haven't had it up for more than 24 hours, but... Oh, we made it. Hey, there's another video tagged Shibuya that's just amateur report on those arson cases, and it's got over 100 views. I mean, this dude's just accomplished some rumors off the occult board and it's got over 3,000. Feel Shibuya, the ghost of the people who died in the earthquake will possess you with strange powers. This really got 3,000 views? To be fair, I did mention before how seemingly the 3 incidents have to do with strange powers in all the victims. The current 3 cases. Utani could seemingly predict things in the future with some Today I Learned power or whatever it was called. Takiyanagi could enchant people with her voice, even though she didn't seem to even like when she did it. And the third guy, even though we only saw it in text, it did say that it almost felt like he could read minds. So again, is it something to do with... Are all the victims going to have some sort of oddity about them that makes them real special? I'm excited. I'm interested in seeing what the... I about said excited. Jesus Christ. I'm interested in seeing what the next victim's going to end up being like. Like, are they going to have something special about them too? Hey, you listening? Yeah. I don't feel good. I tried my hardest to avoid looking at it directly, but screwed up. Do these stickers creep you out that much? They're really creepy. Well, it's certainly not what I call cute. You look at Corey Pix all the time, so you're used to this stuff, right? You maniac. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I raised my head off the desk. Ito's Pokecom was displaying the news video we'd made and uploaded to Nico Nie last night, the one about the sumo stickers. The thumbnail was a close-up of that sticker. I don't think that was a good idea. You're gonna show it to me again. Don't... I don't want to see it screaming at me again. I really don't, but oh god, it's gonna happen again. No! No! Ah! Damn it, calm down. It was just a hallucination. You imagined it. You looked again and it wasn't there.
I'm back. Hey, what's wrong, Taku?
Nothing. I almost jumped out of my chair when the door opened. I turned around and saw Serika frowning. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I'm gonna regret this, but... It's nothing. What's that?
Dude, you're the one who told me to go buy it.
She was right. I spent all of lunchtime going around the school taking video of the preparations for the fair, so I could have this time to use as I pleased. I've missed lunch. What a pain.
Here you go, Shin-chan. Ham sandwich and milk coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Cool, thanks.
Taku gets a calorie block and a Mountain Dew. I don't know why you didn't get tired of this stuff.
Stop hassling me about it. This is the most effective way to get a balanced diet. Trigger!
Yakisoba, salmon rice balls, cream bread, chocolate cornet, bean jam bun, and a grapefruit for me.
You got the world's most inefficient metabolism. You're a girl, right?
I am, yes. Why?
Don't make that "why are you asking" face at me. Sarah grabbed the cream bread off the massive pile of food in front of her.
I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Nom, 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 nom. She chomped down on the bread. She focused not only on devouring her meal and ignored what everyone around her might be thinking. This is the most normal one so far. I'm gonna regret saying that in a few seconds, aren't I? Is she really a girl? I always worried a little watching her. She should think a little more about how she looked at others. What are you talking about? Don't wait. Why do I have a bad feeling about... No.
In my mouth.
No. Don't you dare. Ito, I'll strangle you.
Oh, it's so sticky.
Still wiping away, she kept eating her bread. With every bite she took, her lips got dirtier and dirtier.
So good.
Stop. No. 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 Turn the vision off. Turn the TV off. Turn off your TV.
いや、
Oh no.
別に。
It's nothing. Both of you and I looked away. Turn your TV off. Turn it off.
そんなことよりお前。
Wipe your mouth. Turn off the vision.
じゃあタク舐めて
No! You idiot! Sarah grinned a little, walked right in front of me, brought her head close.
私の口に
No!
甘くて
Go away.
美味しいよ
No!
だから
You scare me!
いや、や
Turn
め
the
ろよ。
vision
キ
off!
スするわけじゃないんだし
No!
これぐらいいいじゃん
Hurry! No! Smell like cream, no! I can't, but look at me, no!
じゃあ、俺が
Okay,
代
I'll
わ
do
り
it
に
instead.
おい、
Hey!
お前がいいって言ってるん
No, it says
だから
okay.
止めるなよ。
No! Turn the vision off!
やめろ。
I've heard tissue.
早く拭けって。
Wipe it away.
タク
なんだ
Oh, you're
よ。
no fun.
ノリ
Shut
悪い
up.
な。
What's going on here? This is like one of those... No! This wasn't Heckido Academy.
タク
I really bother you.
それなら
Then
私が
I'll make
舐
you
め
like
させてあ
This is... Jammed her finger into my mouth, so sudden it scared me a little bit. I licked the cream off her finger without thinking, the sweet taste cream.
美味しい
Did I just say the sweet of taste cream? Yeah, that sounds about right. She stared at it, then she glanced at me and grinned.
タクのよだれで
So sick.
めっちゃ
No. Thank you. Where did I get that from? Sarah wasn't... No. That was more preferred than sexy. Are men just really... You're a lost cause. But as for Sarika...
so good.
As Wadra happily chowed down her cream bread, I decided the chance of her ever turning into a brain-dead pervert like the one I just imagined were near zero. Sarika was still a little girl. Probably never even fallen in love. I felt a little superior.
なあ、おのえ。
I know, is the vice president not coming? Oh, that was Ito.
Huh?
Sariko tilted her head a little in confusion. Her hand stopped just before she grabbed the salmon rice ball. Wait, who the hell eats a salmon rice ball after they eat cream bread?
うん
I don't think she'll be here today. She's busy getting ready for the
文
festival.
化祭の準備がそれに
And Nanchan's been kind of weird lately. She doesn't
この
look,
間から
look like she's
変な
doing
んだ
too
よね
good.
元気ないんだ
I wonder what's wrong, she whispered. What about Hana? By lately, she probably meant since after she met Arimura-san. It was true that after that, she'd given up on telling me not to follow the case. Either way, thanks to that, I've been able to focus on the case without being interrupted. Since she'd met Arimura-san, huh? Yep, there she is. Okay, we can talk while we eat. Let's get started, Kazuki. Can you close out of ESO 2 for a second? We're going over the info on the case. She may have been waiting for something to spawn, or maybe she was just at a good stopping point, because she quit the game with much less cajoling than I expected. She started to print out data from the PC. Now then. There was a lot of new information, but I spent so much time making the video that the bore was the same way it'd been. It was time to go over it. Alright, first I should start with what I can't put on the map. The space on the right is open. Let's start by putting stuff we still don't know a lot about there.
チューブラリン
What do you mean? What do you mean?
ほら、
You know, like that video.
そうか。
I see. Okay then.
よし、そん
He'd
な
have
ら
forced himself to swallow what he was eating.
関わりがあるかもしれ
Let's
ない
put
動
up any
画は
videos that
全部
might
こ
have
こに
something to
貼
do
っ
with
ち
the
ゃおう
case
ぜ。
here. Yeah, that's the way to go. Video.
じゃあ、
Alright, so the video that was uploaded to the wiki front was footage of the inside hotel
ラブホ
room
テル
taken
の
from
中
the
は外から撮った
outside.
やつだから。
So... The video that was uploaded to the wiki was footage of the inside hotel room taken from the outside, so it was this one. What is this? It's this one, though.
で、
And here's the summary.
この動画のせいなんだよ。
was taken from outside the window of the Love Hotel and shows the dead body at the scene. It is unknown who took the video, or why. How or why. Discussions were held on the internet to no avail. It was quickly deleted from the wiki, but multiple copies were made and re-uploaded by viewers and now can be seen on several other sites. The media, including the TV news, has taken up the story, and it continues to gain exposure. That I had that weird hallucination. It was just a plain old wipe, so why did it seem so strange?
Aku, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you? Just listen for now, okay?
Okay.
Where was I? Ito. They never caught the guy who uploaded the video, right? Yeah. There was a big festival online over the weekend, though, since it got reported on TV. That's right. People on the internet like to make fun of TV and newspapers, but the biggest cause of online festivals was mainstream media attention. But there's been no updates, which means nothing new to talk about for 3 days. Is it dying out? Given the nature of what happened, it won't die out fast, but... Oh, there was that thing with SafeWorks on the weekend too, right? Huh? Oh, no, I don't know what he means. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, that thing.
What do you mean?
SafeWorks is the biggest company involved with the building world, right? They're also involved with those security cameras going up all over town. Somebody started complaining about how the cameras were an invasion of privacy, and this guy at SafeWorks acted like an arrogant dick. I think there was actually a lawsuit filed this morning. Yeah, that happens all the time. So people are starting to talk about that. I see, so that was it. So there's a lawsuit going up against SafeWorks for some reason now because of the invasion of privacy. People are starting to say that the video was a prank or a fake, and the majority that think it's real are shutting them down. So it's self-feeding then. Either way, without fresh fuel, it would eventually have to go out. Well, I understand why people would think it's a prank or a fake, but after having been there, I knew it wasn't. That's right. I should put up the video of the room too. Kazuki, could you edit something from the Love Hotel? Edit out something from the Love Hotel video for me? There we go. Okay, that's all. I guess this too. Oh, hey. Why was he putting that up there? Why? You don't need to put the newspaper club's video.
That's right, it's creepy.
See, even the self-proclaimed girl says so. What does that mean? I don't know what might be related to the case, right? And these stickers might be the key, right? Maybe, but... Listen, they aren't as creepy as you're making them out to be. Come on, I'm putting them up. Damn it. You can always say that because you haven't seen it with its eye open. Well, if it hadn't actually opened... Jeez, you girl. I'm a guy. Fine. There were a lot of sumo stickers in the other images anyway. I shouldn't let it bother me. But I was gonna avoid looking at them directly too much. Alright, we put what we got on the stickers up on the board, but... A long-distance shot of the sumo sticker looking down on the Don't Look case was... On the Don't Look case? The one looking on the Don't Look case would have been... this one, right? Yeah. This is the one that was taken for the Don't Look case. What's that? A shot of where the sumo sticker was put up. Well, I can see that, but why? Well, I've been wondering ever since I found the thing. How'd they get up there? How'd they get it up there? This is the 4th floor. Can they just open the window and lean out? These windows don't open. Oh, that's right. You went to do karaoke alone, didn't you? It wasn't karaoke alone, I didn't sing. What about the art incident? Ito ignored my protest and motioned for me to continue. Damn it, it wasn't karaoke alone. Whatever, that's besides the point. Next is
漏れたんか。
audio bleed, I
で
guess.
そうか。
We don't have a
ここ
sumo,
はまだ
sumo
歴
sticker
史
for
の
this
画
one
像
yet.
を貼ってなかった。
When I got into the scene 2 days ago on Sunday, I'd found a sticker on the nearby telephone pole just like I'd expected.
そのアップの
The
画像
close-up footage of
は
it is the one I used for the newspaper club video, so... I think they said it was this one, right? This one I'm actually not too sure on, but I think it's that one. This one? Ugh, it really was creepy up close. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
で、そ
The
の引き
long
の
range
画像
photo
は
of it is... The long range photo? I didn't even know there was a long range version. That's problematic. My best guess is it would be this one. No, it's definitely not this. Oops. I don't know if it matters about getting it in one shot, but I'm gonna want the game to act as if I got it in one shot.
その引きの画像が
Was it this one? Okay.
で、その引きの画像が
Guess it's this one.
ここは
Anybody
貼ろ
wants
うと思えば
to
誰で
could
も
put
貼れ
that
るよ
sticker
な。
up there.
だけど
But
回転デッド
long
の
range
歴
photo of the
史
sumo
の
sticker
引き
for
の画
Evolving
像
Dead is... That one would have to be the middle one, right? This one.
これも貼られてい
This
た
was
のは
on,
外
on
壁
an
だ。
outside wall too. There's a
窓
window,
はあ
but
る
it's
けど
way out
とて
of
も届く
reach.
距離じゃない
そう
Yeah,
長い
couldn't
棒
you
の
stick on the
先っ
edge
ぽ
with
と
a
か
long,
にくっつけて
on the edge of a
ピョン
long
ってやれば
pole or
いけ
something
そう
and
じゃ
pushing
ない
against the wall?
Has she already finished eating all that?
いや、それ
Well,
届く
you
だろう
could
けど。
probably, but you couldn't do
で
that
も
at the
カ
karaoke
ラオケ
box,
ボック
could
スの
you?
方は無理だろ。
ギブ
Eh,
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
you
ちょ
little
っと
too
食べ過ぎ
much.
た
Why do you have a really, really long pole?
長
んなことして
They'd
た
see
ら
you doing
一
it.
発でバレるだろ。
じゃあ
And you could dress up like the
ビル
building
の清掃
janitor or
員さんみ
something.
たいにしてとか
First a long pole and then that.
もう
Well, it's
それ
possible,
はあ
I
りえる
guess.
か。
Mm,
どうした
what's wrong?
なんてい
It's
う
like
か。
this whole case is so
こんだけ
weird.
異常な事件なの
You're
に
talking about putting stickers on a pole or dressing up like a janitor and rappelling down the side of a building or something.
まあとにかく
I just
そういう
can't
まっとうな
imagine
視
the
点で
guy who
歴
put
史
them
シ
up
ールを
doing
貼って
something
る
so
犯人の姿って想
realistic.
像できなくて。
well. That's if the guy who put them up is the same one behind all these deaths.
いや、
No, we don't know if it's the same guy
犯人が
putting
貼ってるかどうかは
them
わから
up.
ないだろ。
Anyway, do we need an actual
直接
criminal
的
for
な犯
this?
人
The
なんて
cops
いる
are
のか。
the cops are saying that all
3
three
件とも
cases
今
are
のところ
suicide.
警察は自殺って。でも、こっ
But
ち
they're
みんな
also
の事
trying to
件の
find the
直
person
前
who visited the
部
room
屋
right
に
before the
訪ね
don't
てきた
look
何
case,
者かを
right?
警察は追ってもいるんだろう。
And who was knocking? I still felt like there was someone on the other side of that door.
俺は
I feel like it's a message
事
from
件
someone
の
who
裏側を
knows
知っ
what's
てる何
really
者か
going
のメッ
on.
セージな気がするけどな。
A message?
回転デッドの被害
I
者で
don't
あ
know
る
what
柿田が
Kakita
死
was
ぬ
doing
直
just
前
before he
に
died,
どういう
but
状態であった仮に前の
if
2
he was
件
in
と
some
同
kind
じ
of
よう
abnormal
に異常
mental
な
state
精
like
神
the
状態
last
に
two
あったと
cases,
したら
then something must have caused
そ
it,
れを生み
like
出
a
す
drug
何
or
か
something.
で
And
そ
then
の
maybe
薬
someone
物
who
の
knew
謎を
about
知
the
ってる
drug put
人
up
間
the
がシール
stickers.
を貼ったとか。 何のために
Why?
それ
I
は
don't know, but... I can't stop yawning. What?
お前
What
は
do
どう
you
思うん
think,
だよ。
Huh?
僕は
So what was the deal with those stickers around the crime scenes? Let me think.
歴史シールを貼
Maybe
るこ
pulling
と
up the
自体が
stickers was a
目的
goal in
だ
and
と
of
か。
itself?
あ
Huh?
バットメンは知って
You
るだ
know
ろ。
Batman, right? You know Batman, right?
あれでしょ
That's the one where the bat transforms into a giant steel man in a red cape. He chews out webs from his fingers to kidnap kids, right?
How many different heroes did we just combine into one? Batman, giant steel man in a red cape. I think that's referencing Superman. Because isn't he called like the Man of Steel or something as well? And then Spider-Man, and he's a villain. Wrong. Batman wasn't any of that, actually. I think that's about 5 or 6 different comics mixed together. Thank you. There's this guy called the Joker. He was a bad guy, and he leaves a Joker from a deck of cards at the crime scene as a trademark. Even if he doesn't leave a card, his face looks like the Joker from the card deck, so either way, he can say Joker was here.
So what does he transform into when he kidnaps kids?
What are you talking about? So what? The guy who looks like those sumo stickers killed 3 people and made it look like a suicide for fun, then left the stickers there as a trademark? No, I'm just speaking hypothetically here. So why doesn't he put the stickers on the bodies? It's just a hypothesis, okay? And why is this all happening on the same day as New Generation Madness? How would I know? I tried to calm Mito down. Anyway, let's just go over what we know. We can talk after that. Yeah, so it's the sumo stickers, right? Yeah, there's been one big thing. That wall covered in sumo stickers was on the Shibuya Bridge, so... Right here. The wall covered in sumo faces. And the picture is the only one that's left, genius. And the summary is... Sometime between late night on 10/2/2015 Friday and early morning 10/3/2015 Saturday, someone placed a large number of sumo stickers on the wall of a bridge near Shibuya Station. Criminal's identity and motive are unknown, no announcement was ever made. Sumo stickers have appeared before in several places, but never in these numbers. A fierce debate about the meaning of this incident is being held online. It's a bit creepy when you take a look at it. Have we ever seen this many at once? The question is why... There's something that I'm curious about. Do these stickers get put up before somebody is killed? Like, are they, like... Do these, like, precede somebody's death? Or do they only come into existence after the person is killed? I want to believe it's before a person's killed because of how, the revolving dead case happened. Because the angle in which the other video was taken would imply that it was taken from the sticker. Meaning the sticker would have to be there in order to record it. So that's worrying because let's assume that means that these stickers are placed in advance for when somebody is going to be killed. And let's assume that one sticker means one dead person. What would that imply if we took that logic and applied it to a wall of sumo stickers? That would imply a lot of deaths, is what it would imply. A lot of deaths. The sumo stickers phenomenon peaked in 2009 before the earthquake, but I think even then you usually don't see this many in one spot. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before.
How'd you know? Because Serica says she looked at me.
I investigated the Mitaku a long time ago.
Huh?
We went around and looked at every single one in Shibuya, right, Taku?
Yeah, I guess we did. That was part of my dark past, though. Excuse you? You've got me curious. Embarrassing part of your history would rather not talk about the Wish Forgotten. Its origin can be found in certain famous mech anime. Self-feeding. First of a festival of flame war on the internet. thumbnail, content filtering, eye level, festival. I know what all these words mean.
Yeah, we were pretty serious. You said there was a big mystery involved. That was a conspiracy. You idiot!
陰謀
Conspiracy?
Don't look at me like that.
お前
You were a sixth grader in 2009, weren't you? Were you into urban legends back then
そ
too?
んな時から
He looked into a lot of other stuff too. There's Kune Kune, Kune Kune, the apocalyptic sound that...
Okay, I actually want to know about Kune Kune first. An urban legend that spread via the internet beginning in 2003. Most variations of the story involve people seeing something wriggly, Kune Kune, and later going on to experience strange occurrences. The size and description of the Kune Kune varies, but it's often said to be white in color, and most of the strange occurrences described earlier end very poorly for those who encounter it. The urban legend is said to have originated either from an internet forum, from a manga, with the debate still raging on to this very day. A massive noise of unknown origin that has been heard all over the world. It is unknown where the sound made its first appearance, but starting in the year 2011, videos of the sound suddenly began appearing on the internet, some of which were recorded in Tokyo. Many of these videos contain a powerful low-pitched echoing noise, much like two pieces of heavy metal scraping against one another. The name is said to come from a scene in the final book of the New Testament, the Book of Revelation, where an angel sounds a trumpet as the world is about to end. Ahem, getting back to the point. They haven't caught the guy who put these up yet, right? So, according to Miyashiro Kun, who was already a poor sad little boy in 6th grade. What do you mean I was a sad little boy? We don't know who created the sumo stickers or why, right? That's right.
じゃあ
So isn't it possible that they're involved in this case
場合によってはその人間が
somehow?
一連の事件に関与し
可能性は
It's possible.
あると思う。
Of course, it was also possible that someone other than their creator was using them. But they've been at all the crime scenes so far. It just felt like they had to be involved.
現状出揃っている歴
These
史
are
資
the
料
only
は
stickers
こ
we
れだ
got
けだよな。
right now, right?
あ
Yeah.
じゃあ今後の
Then
歴史
here's
資
the
料に
next
関
step.
する方針だけどこの
I want
壁
to put a
一面
secure
に貼
camera
られ
up
た
at the
歴
wall
史
where
資料
all
の
these
ところ
stickers
に
were placed.
監視カメラを設置しようと思う。
は
この歴史シール
These stickers really bother me. Part of it is the fact
こ
that
ん
we've
な
never
に
seen
一
so
度
many of them in
も
one
シー
place
ルが
before,
貼ら
but
れたことがなかったっていうのもあるんだけど
I guess I need a picture.
カズキ
Kazuki.
カズキ
Kazuki? Hello? She's too busy playing ESO 2 to listen.
カズキ
Kazuki. Hmm.
新聞部の
Can you
動
give me
画
the
に
videos
使
of
っ
the
た
sumo stickers from around the city that we used for the video?
で
So?
これが街中に
These
貼
are
って
the
あった
stickers
歴
that
史シー
were
ル
put up around town. Compare them to
さ
the
っ
ones
き
on
の
the
壁
wall.
一面に貼られた歴史シールと見比
I
べ
wasn't
て
gonna
く
look
れ
myself though. I didn't want to feel sick anymore. When I realized this in my room yesterday, I'd been staring at them so long that I literally felt like I was about to throw up. Alright, so...
いや
They're
だから
just sumo
歴史
stickers,
シールだろ
right?
じゃあ
Then look
こ
at
れ
the
まで
ones from
の
the
事件
crime
現場のやつ
scenes.
と
You just took a careful look at the picture I showed him. Oh. So he saw it then.
何
What? What is it?
デザインが
Design's different.
違う
One of them is different, yeah. Look at the one directly under the sticker that says sumo stickers all over town. The one in, like, bottom middle of the screen. That one looks very different for some reason. It almost looks disfigured completely. The one to the right of it actually also looks weirdly shaped now I look at it better. The others are more circular. But that one has like a straight line. It's almost trapezoid-like in a way. Huh. Yo kept his eyes locked on the image. Surprised? I'm not a sad little boy after all, am I? Okay, time for a lecture. Yep, there were several different sumo designs. This has been the case since they were first discovered. Some have beards, some are crying, some have swollen heads. There are a bunch of them. Because of that, nobody knows which one was the original sticker design. In a sense, these things are graffiti, and in graffiti, it's common for someone to copy another person's work, so this happens a lot. In that case, only the people involved know which is the original and which is the copy. But this time, the stickers on the wall and the stickers found at the crime scenes match completely.
じゃあ
Then whoever put the ones up at the crime scenes is the same guy who put them up on this wall.
壁一面に
No, we don't know that. It might be a coincidence. There's some other stickers around Shibuya with an identical design. Ito's side disappointed. But
な
then,
んだよ
but isn't it weird that there's so many? More than there's ever been. If it's the same guy, then that means this may be where the next crime takes place. And if we could get a video of it happening, it would be the biggest scoop imaginable.
それは
That's true, I guess, but are you sure about this?
でも
About
いいの
what?
か勝手に街
If
中
we
に
put
カ
up a
メラ
camera in
設
the
置
middle of
し
the
て
city
その
without
映像を
permission,
見る
that's an invasion of privacy, right?
要は
Shouldn't we
盗
at
撮
least
だ
wait
ろ
until the next new gen
せ
day
めて
on
次
the
の入
10th?
ジェネの日
This
付
go
の
way
10
beyond
月
what the
10日
school
付
club's
近まで
supposed to
待っ
do.
た方が
Don't talk like Caruso.
みたいに
I
言
am
ってん
talking
だ
like
よ
Caruso. What happens if they catch us? I don't want to get killed.
もう
I'm telling you, you're too scared, Non-chan, right, Han-chan?
花のこと
Why are you enabling this?
花ちゃん
And she's just playing video games. You don't care?
ほら
See?
What do you mean, see? No, she's clearly not listening.
クルスなら
Don't worry about Caruso. She's not coming. She hasn't been coming after us
最
lately
近
anyway.
神々って
そうだ
That's
け
true,
ど
but don't pussy out on me, man.
チャンスなんだよ
This is our chance. Our
手がかり
only
が
clue is the sumo
歴史
stickers,
シー
and
ル
there's
しかなく
something
て
about those stickers that's
その
bugging
シ
me.
ールの中に最高の結果になれば
If this works
先
out,
手を打
we
てて
can get a clue to
犯
who
人
the
の目
killer
星
is
が
before
つ
the
く
cops do. And
しか
the
も
worst that
警
can
察
happen
より
is that
先
we
に
waste our time, right?
最悪で
Still, Ito thought for a second about something. Probably Caruso.
分かったよ
Fine, you're the club
部
president.
長はお前だ
He nodded in resignation. Alright,
現状で
that's about all we need this board for right
情
now.
報整理は
Hey, it's the first time we got so much use out of the
こ
board.
んなに大きく使うね
Serica looked at all the papers pasted up on it.
確かにな
You're right. You're
今
right.
まで
Until
は
now,
別に
we
き
hadn't
ち
really
んと
got.
整理するまでも
had to
ない
go
やつ
over
ばっかりだったからな
Why are you? Thank you. Did I just hear her get upset? Did she just lose a roll for a rare item or get KS'd by something?
ああ花ちゃんダメ
Hey,
だ
don't do that, Han-chan. You make a dent in the wall.
There's a pretty big dent in it already, actually. How strong is this girl?
どうした
What's wrong? Ito was still looking at the board. Was there something I'd forgotten to go over?
いや
Nothing,
さっ
just
き途中
there's
で
a
い
lot
ろ
of
いろ
things
出
we
た
don't
わ
have
かんな
answers
いこ
to,
とだ
right?
けどよなんでニュー
Like,
ジェネの日
why
付
is
に
this
合わせ
happening
て
on
事
the
件
same
が
dates
起
as
こって
New
ん
Gen,
の
or
か
why the sumo stickers are
なん
found
で
near the
現場じゃな
scenes
くて
but
少し
not at
離
the
れた
scenes
ところに
themselves?
歴史シールがある
なんか分かったのか
Did you figure something out? No, that's not it. Ito shook his head.
こうしてみれば
I just realized that because of that, we got a big leg up on everybody else. Kate-san from Shibuya News
ニュー
realized
ジ
the
ェネ
thing
の
with
日
the
付
dates,
は
but
渋谷ニュー現場の歴史
You're
シ
the
ー
only
ルっ
ones
て
who knows
ま
the
だ
sumo
俺らしか
stickers,
気が
right?
ついてないだ
Has
ろ
that happened before?
こんな
That's true, yeah.
チャンスってこ
That
と
just
な
means
の
this is
か
our big chance, right?
確かに
Yeah, we don't
そう
start
思わ
thinking
な
of
い
it
と
that way,
そ
we
んな
may
状
mess
況か
up.
もな
Ito smiled as if he'd gone over his doubts.
でどうする
So what's the
カ
plan
メ
with
ラ
the camera? We can't use the
ブノ
club's
はさ
camera.
すがに
Wanna
ま
use
ずいか
yours?
ら
あ
Yeah, I
前
bought
に
I bought
自
some
宅
motion
の防
activated
犯用
cameras
に
for home
買って
security
余っ
and
ちゃっ
ended
た
up with
人
an
間
extra,
式の
so
や
I
つを
brought
持
it
ってき
with
て
me.
るから
It's got a battery
それ
long
で
enough to last until October
仮に
11th.
一旦10月
よし
Okay, should
じ
we
ゃあ
go?
早
Should
速
we go
今
right
から
now
行く
then?
か
あ
Oh,
それな
about
んだけど
that.
と
Can you go
お
by
前一
yourself?
人で行ってきてくれ
は
What are you going to do?
有村さんに
I'm gonna talk to
もう一度話を
Arimura-san.
聞きに行く
Yesterday I was too busy with that video and the sumo
昨日
stickers to
は
do it.
歴史シールと動
Ito
画のア
looked
ップで
surprised
バ
and
タバ
fell
タして
silent
て
for a
無理だった
moment.
から
いや
Well, I know there's a lot of stuff you want to
確
ask
かに
her.
あの子には聞きたいことはでも先週
When we met her last
生徒
week in the
会
student
室で
council
会
room,
った
she was
時
like,
に
I don't know how to say it. She seemed a little strange. And
有無
imposing.
を言わさぬ感じ怖く
Didn't you think she was
なかった
scary?
か
Yeah. I could tell what Ida was trying to say. Armor Hinai had been a cheerful girl. At least when she was talking to Karusu. But the second I brought up the Love Hotel incident... You're gonna die.
あなただったんですか
So you're the Hekio
部屋
student
に
came
入っ
to
た
the
ってい
room.
ううちの生徒は
Everything about her changed. Her voice was flat and emotionless, telling me nothing about what she was really thinking. And
あなた
You're going to be killed,
殺されますよ。
Miyashiro Takeru-senpai.
宮代た
did the
お前、
others hear?
あの
She
時
told you
なんか
something
言わ
back
れ
then,
たんだろ
didn't she?
あ
Does
の
that have something to do with it? So the
それが
others
なんか
don't know
関係あ
what
んの
she
か？
said.
いや
No, nothing. She didn't say anything.
うん
Ito's thoughts, on the other hand, were extremely easy to follow. He didn't believe a word I said.
まあいいさ
Oh, whatever. You two were the
と
ones
にかく
who
あ
were in
の
the
現
room
場に
with
いた
her.
のはお前たちなんだからな
He must have come up with some probable answer that satisfied him.
でも
But
お
can
前
you
一
go
人
by
で聞き
yourself?
に行けん
You
の
know
か
you're going to end up tripping over your own
絶対挙動だろ
words.
I'll go with him. Takiraisu Arimura-san,
まだ
are
有村
you?
さんに慣れてないでしょ
Shut up. I would just get a little nervous.
なんだよ
What?
いや
Nothing. Just, you know,
しかしお
you
前
two
ら
are together all the
四六
time.
時注意し
別に四六時中って
We
わ
are
けじゃ
not.
ないだろ
Just she and I. Delusion?
お
She and I had been friends for our whole lives.
へえ
Huh. What are you trying to say?
それこそ挙動っ
Yeah,
た
it's just
流
like
れ
you
で
freak
否定
out,
しないの
but
が
still
お
not
前ら
tonight.
らしいなと思っただけだ
Huh?
お前
You really aren't a
本当
normie.
にリア充じゃないわ
What did you say?
んじゃあ
Anyway, you want to know I
お
can handle
前
Ari
と尾上
Murasa.
は有村
Okay.
おいちょっと待て
Hey, wait, I-
僕は
って俺と
And me and Kazuki.
和樹
Wall.
なんかいきな
She
り
says
や
a
ってき
huge
た
sort of
敵
enemies
キ
just
ャ
popped
ラ
up
の
and
群
killed
れ
her.
にやられちゃったんだって
How do you translate? An MPK, maybe? No, wait a sec.
どの道
Kazuki's not the type to do anything outside the club anyway, is she?
部活動するやつじゃないだろ
じゃ
I'll
あ
handle the camera myself.
俺
I will never get over how
オッケーオッケー
there's something so innocent
オッケー
and funny about the way Onoi says,
オッケー
行ってきます
see you later.
いってらっ
Thanks,
しゃい
Ito. But I hope you don't die. Ito suddenly took the bag with this camera in from me and said,
せちが
Some guys have all the luck. Thanks, Ito. With those mysterious words, he disappeared into the hallway.
しんちゃん
What's wrong with Jin-chan?
Don't worry about him. No clue. Don't worry about him. The sumo stickers saved the world from destruction. Are there any other 40-ish chunko lovers like me who watch sumo? No, haha. Today's ringside conversation, that was Zeki's cool, or I want that Yokozuna. Well, that's normal. Meanwhile, I look at the stickers in the desert of the sumo wrestlers and say, it's a sumo wrestler. That's a compliment. Fade music, the one and the drums play before it starts. Who I respect, Edmund Tanaka, no headbutts. Wow, oh wow, it's 3 a.m. wall. What? Man, this is what's rough about being a sumo wrestler. Become a raider, become an AMA friend, send a message, tell a friend. Solar Storm, Solar Sumo stickers discovered so far, a second type. There's blood everywhere on this website. Alright. Sumo Sticker Hunter, an urban legend lover who loves to relax by searching for sumo stickers. The sumo stickers saved the world from destruction. The phrase sumo sticker has always seemed strange to me. The face may look like a sumo wrestler, but it's not actually. It's a fat man. No, we don't know if it's a man. It could be a woman. One need only look at the hairstyle to find proof of this. The hair is parted, not brushed back, which means it's not being tied into a top knot. Of course, there are some real sumo wrestlers who don't have enough hair to form a top knot, but they all brush their hair back. No sumo wrestler has ever stood in the ring with parted hair, so what does that hair mean? Is it just some guy with parted hair? No, in fact, The hair represents a temple, and in a temple, of course, you find a god. The sticker has 3 eyes. 2 overlapping faces should, of course, produce 4 eyes, which means that the number 3 is significant. The third eye is the eye of the mind. Since ancient times, the third eye has been used as a motif in conspiracy theories and urban legends. The eye that sees truth, the Senringan, the Ajna chakra, the eyes of the pyramids. All of these things are represented as having power beyond human understanding. In other words, the third eye is God himself. The eye of the pyramid, that symbol of the Freemasons, is also known as the all-seeing eye of God, or the eye of the Egyptian deity, the Horus. In other words, the eye, God, sits beneath the hair, his temple. Do you remember in 2012 when the world was supposed to end during the Mayan apocalypse? Researchers have already proven the original date for the Mayan apocalypse was incorrect. The correct date was September 3rd, 2015. This date brings us to Egyptian mythology. According to a legend and recorded on a fresco in the Temple of the Isis, the world will sink underwater in September of 2015, and the goddess Isis is the mother of the sun god Horus. Do you understand now? The sumo stickers represent God. Then why are they only appearing in Shibuya? Because the grace of God wanted to protect Shibuya from the apocalypse. If you're a frequent reader of this blog, you'll already have guessed what I'm about to say. Last month, in September 2015, the world was threatened by greater danger than it had ever faced before. A massive solar storm caused electronics to crash all over the world, but especially in North America and Europe. A full month has passed, but only 50% of the damage has been fixed. So why did Japan, the world's third largest economy, and in particular Shibuya, one of its biggest cities, survive almost unscathed? Yes, because the eyes of God, the third eyes, opened and created a powerful barrier. This is the truth, and this is my message to all the people of Shibuya. I want you to understand this. The faces on the sumo stickers do not belong to a sumo wrestler. They are a symbol of God. They are God. You must not take them down. That would be blasphemy. This is already too long, so I'll go into details in my next entries. Interesting. An interesting perspective. By the way, my name's Maya. Lol, how's that for synchronicity? Does it actually say who the person's name is here? Amaba blog? I don't see a name. Untitled, I've seen the sumo stickers too. It's totally a sumo wrestler. Creepy. This is some creepy shit. Well, apocalypse theory. How many people in the world actually believe in the Egyptian calendar apocalypse? It's just something they came up with to explain why the Mayan apocalypse never happened. There are other supposed dates for the apocalypse after 2015 anyway. After 2015 is 2017, then 2020, then 2030. Go through some more old myths and legends from around the world, and I'm sure you can find more. Conspiracy theories are just a way for the power structure to control the masses. Depending on how you look at it, a lot depends on whether you assume God saved Shibuya or whether he drove the rest of the world to the brink of destruction. Is it possible that Shibuya was already purified 6 years ago and that's why it was allowed to survive? God, how many Japanese have a real understanding of what God actually is? Unacceptable. Do you know how many people died in the earthquake 6 years ago? This is inappropriate. Please leave this entry immediately. Where'd the name come from? If the sumo stickers don't actually depict a sumo wrestler, we should look at who first started calling them that. We all use the same term to describe them, which means that someone must have been the first one to come up with it. Perhaps someone gave them that name for a reason. Maybe they wanted to blind us to the fact that the stickers were God and make us think they were sumo wrestlers or something. I sense the presence of someone who doesn't want to admit the existence of God, or perhaps who wants to hide it. It evens out to zero. Over the past few years, unneeded people have been culled from Shibuya. That's what I think. Life is a balance between fun and sorrow. If it all evens out to zero, then it's not a bad life, but for most people, it's a negative. Coming out to zero is the best we can hope for. So what is death then? Beyond a thing that no man can avoid. It's not a minus, of course. It's not a plus, either. It evens out to zero. It evens out to nothing at all. The unneeded are culled because they are unneeded. You could say that they were chosen because they were unneeded. The first great culling was the earthquake 6 years ago. The new generation incidents were what foretold it. Shibuya now is just like it was 6 years ago. God will come once again to cull the unneeded. If the sumo stickers are God, the city will soon be covered in them once more. Apocalypse theory. This doesn't explain why the 1999 Nostradamus prophecy, the 2012 Mayan apocalypse, and the 2015 Egyptian apocalypse were also heavily reported on the media. Hey, it's Onoe-san. What's up, Arimura?
Oh, Hinai's probably somewhere around school. She's in charge of decorating for a class. The cafeteria, maybe? This Aku dragged her off.
Oh, Onoe-san.
Hey, Onoe-san. Food, huh? Arimura?
She was just here, but then she said she'd help out Akari's team.
あ、小野市
Oh, no,
プロレス
no,
やってく
Ichi. Bueno, eso.
ひなえ
Hi.
かんとこじゃないの
Isn't she with Haruka?
Oh, you're leaving already? You should wrestle with us on no way.
捕まらない
You're
ね
not having look like
有
Arimura-san.
さん
Does she have a lot of
友達多いの
friends?
かな
Unless she's deliberately trying to avoid us.
おどう
What's
したの
wrong?
いや
Nothing, just...
お前
Are you actually really popular?
もしかして
That too.
I asked.
Everyone knew you. Wait, why? Everybody in the second year class seemed to know who you were.
そうなの
Really?
Sarika made a face like she'd only just realized it now. Sarika.
Huh?
Whatever. Well, I never thought of her as particularly unpopular. But even though we weren't always together, we were together often enough that I was too close to get a sense of something like that. Wait, I think a long time ago, Kurusu once told her, act a little more like a girl, you're wasting your potential.
タク
Taku.
ななんでも
It's
ない
nothing. Wait, no,
て
wait,
か
do you
お前
really not know who
お前
Arimura-san
本当に
was?
有村さんのこと
お
よくわから
I
ない
mean,
けど
I don't really know, but she
結構
seems like she's
ネットワークが
pretty
広そう
well
な子じゃない
networked
か。
around the school. Even if
違
she
う
was in a
クラス
different
とはい
class
え
than you, I
女
figured
子
you
の
might
グ
know
ルー
her
プと
from
かでは
some
繋
other
がって
girls'
ても良
group or
さそうなもん
something.
だけど
Girls at a high school had to be better connected than anybody else around, right?
さあ
I don't know. I never really
私
thought about
クラ
class
ス
groups
の
or
グル
anything
ープ
like
とか
that.
そういうのあまり意識したことないから
もう少し
That's a little
女
more
の
like a
子らし
girl.
く振る舞いなさい
What?
何それ
Are you serious?
I suddenly heard a voice I remembered.
今の
Was that? I looked next to me and saw that Sarika was clinging to the window glass and looking down. I looked down and saw someone I knew walking with a group of girls toward the school gate. Arimura,
急ごう
let's hurry.
いや違う違う
Oh no, I
告
told
白
you.
までは言っ
I
てな
told
い
you
って
I
言
didn't
って
actually
た
tell him I liked him.
で
You
も
guys are
早い
you guys are sharing an umbrella, right? You're walking through
渋谷
Shibuya
でし
on a
ょ
rainy night.
あっこの性
Knowing
格
you,
なら
Akko,
と
or
いう
actually
か
knowing how
あ
you
っこ
feel
の
about
思
that
い具合
guy,
な
it's
ら
only a
告
matter of
白
time.
までは行く
やっぱそう思う
You think so too?
ロールキャベツ系
You're a
女子な
casual
の
girl after all.
嘘あっこって
No
ロ
way,
ール
is
キャベ
Akko a
ツなの
casual girl?
Hmm.
買い出しか
Are
な
they going to pick up some supplies?
Arimura-san was walking through the schoolyard with two people who looked like they were her friends. Just like Sarika said, she wasn't helping with the decorations in the yard. She was heading straight for the gate.
話しかける
Should we talk to her?
Yeah.
いやちょっと
No,
待って
actually, give me a second. I need to get ready. What should I ask? What happened in the hotel, of course, and what did she mean by what she told me?
はるかはどうなの磯
What
崎
about
く
you,
ん
Haruka? With Isazaki's-kun.
あれ言ってな
Oh,
かったっけ
didn't I tell you? Haruka's
は
real
るか
close
今
to
白井くんと仲いいんだ
Shirai-kun
よ
right now.
お
No
姉さんは
way!
聞いて
I
ま
had
せん
no,
よ
I had no clue.
いつながり
How'd you meet?
いやそこま
Oh,
でじゃ
it's
な
not
い
very
って
interesting. It's not a very interesting story.
何つ
So,
な
how'd
が
you meet?
ツイ
Tweepo. He's big into
白井
Hekier
くんが
Bot,
ハ
and
マ
I
った
retweeted the
壁
picture
ボッ
from
ト
it.
のネタが
りはるかもロー
So
ルキャ
you're
ベ
a
ツだっ
capital
た
girl
か
too, huh?
ぬか
I had no
った
idea.
いや別に狙った
No,
とかじ
it
ゃないっ
wasn't
て
planned. It was just a
偶然偶然
coincidence.
タク
Taku, they're leaving.
I know, but
なんだ
what's with this huge gap?
ギャップ
私は嬉しい
Man, I feel so
なんか
happy.
幸
I'm so happy. I just feel so great.
She was nothing like the girl I'd seen in the hotel room, or even in the student council room. She was just a normal teenage girl. And if you ask me, one of the worthless ones who loved to talk about things that didn't matter. Suddenly, Arimura-san stopped.
あの
Oh,
人
you! That's...
タクあの
Taku,
人
that's...
Hmm. Yeah. Negative! Drain my sanity. That was the detective who visited the interrogation room during our questioning.
ごめん休養が
Sorry,
でき
I
て
gotta
しまっ
talk
た
to hear something. Can you
買
get
い
the
出し
stuff for
任
me?
せていい
Armor-san suddenly bowed to the yard too. They seemed to... They seemed about to say something, but they must have seen the detective and thought better of it.
Alright,
後で連絡
we'll
する。
text you later.
They left.
少し
Isn't
非
that
常
a
識
little
じゃないです
unreasonable?
か。
Her voice sounded different, like someone had flipped a switch somewhere inside of her.
どうしても
I want to
君
see
に
you,
会い
no
たか
matter
ったん
what.
だ。
だからって
He didn't have to,
学校に
he
まで
didn't
押
have
し
to
かけ
come
て
all the
く
way
る
to
なんて
my school.
も
Did
し
they find out
私た
about
ちの
it?
関係がバレ
What
た
did I
俺
just
は
enter?
構わない。
I don't care.
あなたは構わな
You
く
can't
て
care
も
what I do.
私は困るの。
What is happening? I feel like they were about to start a fight. What kind of relationship do they have? I don't... Was I imagining? Were there something... Oh, God. No, get me out of here.
そうか。それはす
I
まな
intend
か
to
った。
protect you forever.
だ
You know, I'm
私
still
まだ
kid.
子供なのに。
関係ない。
Doesn't matter. I don't like where this is headed.
これは
This is...
ん
Sarah seemed confused, but I was sure about what was going on. Those two were...
ね
No, no, no.
愛してい
I
る。
knew it.
世
No.
界中の誰より
Turn off the TV. Turn off the record. No,
え私みたいな女に
No.
関係ない。
turn it off.
そうい
バカ
Fool.
本当にバカよ
Really
あなたと距離
are
を取ろうとしてるのに私
Stop it.
あなたの
Turn
ことを
off.
不幸にしたく
Turn
な
off your
い
vision. Airflow heavy.
俺は
out a
不
knife
幸
or
になんて
something.
ならない。君を
こんな目立つ場所でなん
Those
て
people
大
around
統
you
領
so bold. No. Stop it. Thank you.
そんな事態にな
If
った
that
ら
happens,
さっさ
I
と
won't
手を引こ
investigate.
うゴシップなんか追う
I'm
も
not
んか
chasing gossip. I've got my
僕にもプラ
pride.
イドっていうものがある
Normally, I wouldn't want to even watch something like this.
ゴシップっ
Let's
て
gossip.
何？
She doesn't even know that. How could she be a part of the newspaper club and not know about that?
人のプライベー
It's
トを
when you write
センセーショ
sensational
ナル
articles
に暴
about
き
a
立てる
person's
ことだ
private
よ
life.
そういうの
Is
は
that
ダ
bad?
メなんだ。
ゴシップ誌は世の中
There are
に
a
たくさ
lot of
んあ
gossip
る
magazines in the world.
でも
I
僕
just
は
don't
好き
like
じゃ
it
ない
is
って
all.
いうだけ
OK。
Okay.
Sarah nodded and gave me a thumbs up.
私もゴシ
Don't
ップ
do any
みたい
gossip
なこと
then.
はしない？
あ
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Anyways. Arimura-san was ignoring me and talking with the detective, a serious look on her face.
悪いが、
Sorry,
こち
but
ら
I
も
don't have a
動
lot
け
of
る時間
time.
をなんとか
Didn't
ひね
tell
り
them
出
I
して
was
る状
a
態
detective, so
だ
I。hope that's good enough.
刑事だと。
刑事うんぬん
It's
じゃ
not
な
about
く
whether
て
you're teched or not.
君はあくまで条
Releasing
件付き
conditional,
の
you
釈
know
放
that, right?
近くの喫茶
Can we
店
go
で
to
い
a
いで
cafe
す
nearby?
か
There's a
あまり
place
知られ
not
てない
many
穴
people
場
know
がある
about.
んで
The two of them started to walk off.
刑事さんとデー
She
ト
going
か
out to you, the
な？
detective?
No,
そんなわ
of
け
course
ない
not.
だ
We're
ろ
just talking about the case.
事件に
As I stood there and thought, Serica brought her face right up to mine. It was too close, and if the other students saw, they'd get suspicious and she'd smell... Stop.
どうするの？
Let's we do taco.
僕たちもぜひ
I want to hear what they have to say.
話聞きたいよな
I pushed her face back a little and looked toward the direction they'd gone off in.
じゃあ
Should we go then?
ああ
Yeah,
近く
she
の
said
喫
nearby
茶店か
cafe, which means...
っていうと
Even after being damaged by the earthquake, Shibuya was still a mecca for fashion and culture. There were a number of cafes, even just around Hekiho Academy.
あんまり知られ
She
て
said
な
it
い
was
穴
what
場って
not
言
many
ってた
people know
よ
about.
ね。
I wonder if she means
ってなる
Cappy
と
Lax.
やっぱり
Yeah,
カ
that
フ
would
ェ
make
ラックス
sense.
かな。
The newspaper club went there so often because it was close to school, but students rarely visited.
お前にしては冴
Very
えて
smart
るな
comment coming from you, Noe.
I got
褒められ
compliment.
た。
いやそんな
No,
に
not
褒めて
really.
ないからな
We nodded at HR as we went through the gate.
よし
All right,
Ikzo.
let's go.
OK。
Okay.
Hola.
お主たち
Ah,
か
it's you,
い
peasants.
つも
Your
の席
usual
は
seat
今
taken.
さっき埋まって、
え
I tried to motion to the waitress to get her to
あ
understand.
の
Sarah and I finally succeeded in getting our point across.
ふむ
Ugh,
わけ
I
あり
see.
か
Very well.
よかろ
Right this way.
こちらへ来い
With a perceptiveness that belied her ridiculous appearance, she led us to a seat near the entrance, far from our usual spot. Spy. If we put up a newspaper, maybe they wouldn't spot us. We sat down and spread out a newspaper to hide our faces. I ordered myself my usual Mountain Dew, and Sarah got her grapefruit juice. Sarah drew her shoulders in to make herself hard to spot.
聞こえる？
Can you hear them?
I peeked out a little over the newspaper and motioned for her to be quiet, then listened.
ここは壁砲の
People
人
from
たちに
Hekio
と
not
って
come here?
穴場な。
だと思います。
Think so. Think so.
Good. It was a little hard to hear, but I can make it out. I was still amazed to find out that anyone from Hekio but us knew about this place.
それで
So this is about. I'm
何ですか？
cooperating with team for interrogations.
取り調べ
さっき初め
I
て見
just
たが
realized that this. I
君は
realized. I
壁
just
砲では
realized this a
随
moment
分
ago.
と
But you're a
表情が
very
違う
different
んだ
person to
な。
Hekio, aren't you? Arimura-san frowned a little.
取り調べに対して
I'm told
は
that you're not
黙
remaining
秘こそ
silent
して
during
い
the
ないも
interrogation
のの
now, but you're
徹底して平
remain
坦な
completely
調子を
flat and
貫いてい
unemotional.
るそうだが。
By interrogations, he must mean when they were asking her about what she was doing at the Love Hotel. What was that? A file?
2年3組有村ひなえ
Arimura
16歳
Hinai, Class 2-3.
2014
Enrolled at
年
Hekio
壁砲
Academy in
学園に入
2014,
学
head of the literature club, has lots of friends and boasts a bright and social
友達
personality.
が多く成績は中の中
Average grades, no
補
records of
導
police
歴や
arrests,
学
no
園
trouble with
側
the
に反
authorities at
発する
school.
などの問題。学園側から提出
This
さ
is
れ
what
た
the
君
school
の資
gave
料
us
だ。
about you. Besides this and a
これ
basic
に
profile of the police
こち
bills,
ら
we
側
know
で調
nothing
べた
about
簡単
the
な君の
case.
プロフィール何も覚えていま
Since
せ
you
んの
keep telling us you say you don't remember anything. The detective leaned back in his chair. I couldn't see his expression from here, but I could guess that he was frowning.
少しは壁砲
Can
にい
you
る
at
時のよう
least
に
be a little more
社交的
sociable
に振る舞えない
like
か
you are at Hekio?
我々
Police are
警
doing
察は
everything they can
全
to...
力を持って事件の解決に
嘘です。
That's a lie.
Her words were sharp. Aimura-san was glaring at the detective, as if she found his presence extremely unpleasant.
そうだった
You're
な
right. I'm
す
sorry.
まない
The detective bowed his head, just a little. I couldn't see his expression. What?
自分とその協力者
I and
は
the person helping
全力を持っ
me
て
and
事件
the
の
person
解決
helping
に
me
当た
are
ってい
doing
る
everything we can to solve this
少なく
case.
とも
At the
敵
very
対す
least,
る
we're not
立
your
場にはいない
enemies.
だろう
Aimura-san fell silent for a moment, as if considering his words. What? What were they talking about?
別に
I'm
取
not
り調べ
deliberately
に
being
対して非
uncooperative
協
with the
力的な態
investigation.
度を取る
I
つ
just
もり
can't
はあ
answer
り
the
ません。
question.
ただ
When I say I have no memories of what happened before, during and after the incident,
事
I'm
件
telling
前
the
後の
truth.
記憶がないのは
では
Is there
それ以外のこと
anything
に
else you can
関
tell
し
us
て
then? For
こち
instance,
らに言える
relationship
こ
with
とはない
Kikita
か
Hironori, the
例え
murder
ば
victim. My heart started beating faster.
タク
Taku.
The murder victim. The police had declared the Love Hotel incident revolving dead of suicide. Yep. I leaned forward even more. I couldn't afford to miss a word of this.
こちらっていうの
By
は
us, you mean yourself and the other person,
新庄
correct?
さんとあの人たち。
ああ
Yeah,
警察は
police
関
have
係な
nothing to
い
do with this. Arimura-san thought for a second.
柿田さんとは
Kakiya-san was helping me.
協力というと
Helping you with that
あ
issue.
の件について
もちろんそうです。
Okay,
時折
Yes, of
匿名
course.
性のあ
Every
る場
now
所
and
で
then
落
we'd
ち合
meet
っ
at
て
places that gave us
情
the
報
privacy
交
and
換をしてい
exchange
ました。
information.
どうやって知り合った
How'd you meet him?
どうした
What's wrong?
兄の
He was a friend of my
友
brother's.
人だったので。
Uh-oh.
ん
Was your
確
brother
か
caught in the
君のお
earthquake?
兄さん
then?
は
やめてください。
Stop it.
兄や
My brother,
私の家の
My family
ことに
has
ついては
nothing to do
関
with
係ありま
this.
せん。
Arimura-san's voice sounded genuinely pained. The detective fell silent for a moment, allowing her words to echo through the room.
あ
I
わかった
see. Ugh. Did my phone? Is our
は
phone?
い新庄
Yes, it's Shinjo.
あ
Yes.
あ
Yes, all right.
あ
I'll be
わか
back
った
in 10 minutes then. Get
10
ready.
分ほどで戻る進めておいてくれ
The detective stood up. I quickly scrunched my shoulders together and leaned close to the newspaper. The detective knew our faces. I couldn't let him see me.
とあ
All
そうだ
right, before I go,
So
have you seen this
many-
before?
これに見覚えはないか
The detective took something out like a file. That scared her. And Arimura-san jerked backward and looked away, frowning.
おい
Hey,
した
what's wrong?
知ってますよ
I。know about the thing.
But I don't like that
嫌いなん
sticker.
です。
Did she say sticker?
それが
What about it?
どうかしたんです
She was
か？
still looking away as she spat out the words.
ホテルの事件現場
You're
を
aware
撮
that a
影した
video of the
動画
hotel
が
crime scene was
ネット
uploaded
に
to
上
the
げられ
internet,
た
right?
件は知っている。
あれはどうやら
It seems it was
渋谷
uploaded
の
from
野
a
良
free
無
Wi
線団からア
Spy
ップ
spot
ロー
in
ドされてい
Shibuya.
たよう
And
で、
while we still don't have any
まだ
any
犯
leads
人
to
を
who
特
did
定
it,
できていない。
その動画を
we
撮
did
影した
find
カ
the
メラ
sticker
があ
placed
った
right
と
where we
思わ
believe
れ
the
る場
camera
所
was
に
filming.
何か知っ
Do
て
you
い
know
ることは
anything
ないか
about it?
別に
No, not really.
気味の悪い
Just
シ
that's
ールって
creepy.
いう
You
だ
can
けで
find
す。
them all over town, you know.
街のあちこち早くしまっ
Now
て
put
くだ
that
さ
thing
い。
away, alright, please.
Imura-san refused to look at it. The detective put it away.
だろう
I
な。
figured as much.
こん
Can't
なもの
imagine something like this
事
being
件
related
と
to the
関係あ
case.
るはずがない。
This time he returned to leave for real.
今後はなるべ
No,
く
I'm
署の
please
取
try
り
to be a
調べ
little
に
more
対して
cooperative
も
with the guys at the
協力
station.
的な姿勢を見せてくれ。
だから
I told you there's nothing I
話
can
せる
tell
こと
them.
がありません。
話さなくていい。
You don't have to tell them anything, but some of the bosses
条
aren't
件
happy
付
about
き
your
の釈
conditional
放を面
release.
白く思って
They
いない
prefer
お
to
偉
do
方も
things
い
by
る
the。book.
へきであれだけ元
As
気な
much
君な
energy
ら
as you have at the
簡単なこと
Hekio,
だろ
it should be easy for you, right? Imura-san sighed a very exasperated sigh.
Just so we're clear.
今時
It's
女子高
really
生
hard
が
for
女
high
子
school
高
girl
生を
to
やる
act
の
like
も
a high school
か
girl
な
these
り
days, you
大変
know?
なんですよ。
Crap. Good, they didn't spot us. I don't believe that,
ところ
honestly.
で
By the way,
君
there
の
are
同
no
類
others
は
like
今
you
の
as
と
of
ころ
now, right?
他にいないんだな。
もちです。
Nope.
Like you?
また来るが
Come
よい。
in.
That scared me. I feel like they definitely knew we were there, I feel.
タク、有
Taku,
村さ
shall
ん
we
が出
leave,
る前に
leave for
出た方がよくない？
Arimura-san does?
そう
You're right.
そうだな。
Things could get complicated if she caught me listening in. I paid for our drinks and head for the exit.
また来
Come
るがよい。
in.
Just as I was able to leave,
どうなろう
Whatever
が
happens isn't my
知
problem.
ったことじゃない。
Imura-san was all the way in the back, but I could hear her voice clearly. October 6th, 2015, Tuesday. 9 p.m. in front of Shibuya Station. The place was as crowded and noisy as ever. The footsteps of people rushing to the station to get home after work, the voices of people talking into their phones about where to meet for drinks, the screams of joy as old friends were reunited. It all blended together, and it all had an effect on anyone who passed through it, even for a moment. 6 years after the Shibuya earthquake, the city had been rebuilt to the point where there was nothing left to remind you of it. Everything was up and running again. Until a few years ago, many people would stop and stare and wonder at how everything was new, but not anymore. The slogan of the restoration efforts, Shibuya, a city reborn, had such an effect on the people that the past was beginning to be forgotten. At least, for people who weren't in Shibuya during the earthquake. Just a 1-minute walk away from the station was the Shibuya Earthquake Memorial. Kurusu made sure to always visit once a week. She would put a flower down by the name of her best friend from elementary school and pray silently. It was only a short distance from the heart of the city, but the noise and commotion didn't reach this place. This place was somberly constructed and pure, as if it wanted to be separated from all of that. Today was October 6th. The earthquake was on November 6th, so this was the same day of the month. Maybe that's why there were so many flowers. Some of them were lying scattered on the ground. There was no one around. Sometimes people would come at around 10:30 p.m. when the earthquake struck, but other than that, the place was mostly empty at night. Kurusu went around the area, grabbing up all the scattered flowers she could see and putting them on a nearby dais. She'd done it many times before. It was all part of her routine. What should I
ど
do
うすれ
here?
ばいいかな。
Kurusu was thinking about what happened a few days before, and about her younger brother, Miyashiro.
あなた、
You're going to be killed,
殺されますよ。
Miyashiro Takuru-senpai.
宮代た。
Oh, she heard it too, did she? She'd heard it clearly. Interesting. So somebody else heard it, and it's probably the one person who... I don't know if they should be hearing it. What did she mean by that? She heard it clearly. Arima Hinai had said those words to Miyashiro. Takuru. No, that was impossible. There was no way her brother was about to get caught up in something just because of what he'd learned. A sudden wind blew the flowers out of her hand. They scattered away from her. All she could do was watch. For a moment, she tried to reach out and grab them, but her hand clawed uselessly at the air. Before the feelings overwhelmed her, she turned toward the place where her friend's name was carved. Hey. She rubbed it gently. The familiar sensation came to her through her fingers. Oh, that's how I do. But the name, Minamisawa Senri, just echoed the question back at her. Oh, we're back. Yeah, I think I like it. It's rare for you to get such a good angle. Come on, man. Just so you know, it was a pain to put up. Did you hang it up somewhere? On some kind of metal pipe or something stuck along a wall. Hmm? No, you mean a drain spout. It takes the rainwater that builds up on the roof and... No one cares! I use my own money to pay for the rubber bands I used to tie it up. Pay me back tomorrow. What? You're the one who decided to put it there! And this was your idea, President Miyashiro. Just so you know, we're all taking turns picking up the data. Fine. Anyway, it really is a pain. It's really a pain to have to go there and pick it up. Couldn't you get the one that can transmit wirelessly? They're expensive. And if we try to do wireless from there all the way to Hekio or this place, that'd be a huge pain. So what about you? Huh? Did you get to see Arimura-san? I guess. In a way, it depends on how you look at it. I'll tell you tomorrow. I got some pretty interesting info. Tell me now! Now. It's almost time for Shibuya News broadcast. There's a broadcast today. You should have been more careful. You need to learn to read the whole page. It was at the very bottom of today's update, club member Ito. Shut up! He hung up on me angrily. I put the phone down and checked the time. About 5 more minutes. Yay! I opened Shibuya News and waited for the broadcast to start. After that, Aimura-san had waited about an hour before she'd come out of Cafe Lax. I thought about pretending to run into her, but I didn't want to go up to her too fast and have her find out I was listening. As I waited for the right moment, she got in a taxi and left. She was probably heading to the Shibuya police station for an interrogation. This was amazing. I wasn't able to talk to Arimura-san, but I knew I'd manage to get much more important information. There was a lot about their conversation I didn't understand, but I was right about one thing. The police were treating the incidents, or at least revolving dead, as murders. No, maybe not the police. That detective, Shinjo-san, was it? He seemed to be acting separately from the rest of the police force. And he had some kind of secret about it that he shared with Arimura-san. But more importantly than that, and more importantly than anything, the sticker he was talking about had to be the sumo sticker. From what he'd been saying, I was sure of it. And while he knew about the sumo stickers, he didn't seem to realize their importance. Maybe he hadn't realized that they were at the other 2 crime scenes. Good. I really was one step ahead of the police. This really is my big chance. If I kept it up, I might be able to learn more about the case than anyone else. More than ignorant kids getting ready for the festival. More than the people who had to cling to the internet for information. More than even the police. More than Kawahara-kun, that jerk who called me the pretend reporter. And more than the rest of the class who called me a camera kid. I'll show all those wrong-siders. It is now 12 a.m., October 7th, 2015. Welcome everyone, I'm Kei-san, your host. How much you want to bet Kei-san's just going to explain everything that he just said? Shibuya News Net Radio started just like it said it would. Kei's voice was as pleasant and clear as ever. Last broadcast was after the Love Hotel incident, so it would have been September 30th. It had been about a week. That awful muggy heat is finally going away, isn't it? If the news is right, the temperature should be good for a while. I hope you're all enjoying the weather. As I listened to her voice read out all the latest info from Shibuya, I grabbed a magazine off a cabinet shelf. You're talking about the weather. Here in Florida, it's been freaking boiling alive. Don't pull up. Don't. There's a back issue of Cold Cat Press I bought, I'd rather been forced to buy from Gensan. Just like with Kei-san's broadcast, it's been a while since I spent any time with this. I flipped through the pages looking for an interesting article. It was still mostly junk. 10 ways to make your ideal girl like you, how to tell your ideal girl you like her, what to say to the ideal girl to get her into your bed, etc. There were a lot of articles that were no interest in me whatsoever. Nope, not at all. As I carefully read through these articles, which did not interest me at all, I found a small section in the back that was something a little different. Rorschach will reveal her naked heart, how to know exactly what she's thinking. The article consisted of strange symmetrical drawings in black ink, along with commentary from a psychoanalyst about what each said about your personality. Or at least it was someone who claimed to be a psychoanalyst. And at the very end, there were even diagrams on how to use these pictures to see how popular you were or how compatible you were with a certain girl. This magazine's got everything, doesn't it? I whispered to myself. The Rorschach test was a famous personality test. The test involved pouring black and red ink down a folded card and spreading it out to create strange symmetrical shapes. Different people would see the shapes as a dog's head or a man or a woman kissing, and what you saw told you about your personality. Alright, let's see what I see. Bottom right. What is... I first need to... I see... Bottom right, figure 3, I see... 2 aliens at an altar with fire around them, I guess? Top right looks like some sort of, like, final boss, like, demon butterfly thing. The top left looks like 2 figures, like, clapping hands together while there's blood above and below them. And the bottom left one... The bottom left one, I see... I don't know what I see. A giant monster? Giant monster with 3 giant feet, tiny arms, and some sort of weird mask. Okay. But the idea of using it to determine your popularity or your compatibility with a certain girl was just so stupid I had to laugh. This one's a sheep, huh? Let me see. Soft, fur-covered animal, you like sheep, you have strong urge to hide your real desires, girls say they don't know what you're thinking, and you're cautious around you. Popular rating is 20 out of 100! Ah! Step back to my senses. That was close. I almost did the whole test. Tossed the magazine onto my desk. And then, as if she'd been waiting for me to finish, Kei-san's voice became a little more serious. Now then, we've gone over a lot of happenings in Shibuya today, but it's time to get to the point. I'm holding this broadcast today because I want to introduce you to a certain article. The point? What article was she talking about? I listened intently to Kei-san's words. The article's about something I talk about quite a lot on my site during these broadcasts. That's right, the strange incidents that are happening in Shibuya right now. Also, this is Kei-san. Well, this, I think, just flat out confirms who it is. It's that, what's her name? Sato or whatever. The other person working with the detective. The one that, Mimose was talking about. I've mentioned before that these events are occurring on the same dates as the New Generation Madness. However, this video points out another commonality they share. What? Does someone other than us notice? This is the link. I clicked the link she posted immediately after I saw it. It was a URL for a Nico Nia video. Is it going to be our video? A few seconds it took to load felt like an eternity. There it is. Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? This is our vid. I saw the thumbnail for the video and quickly turned away. I immediately grabbed my phone. Hey, guys. Hey, Ito. No, are you listening to Shibuya News? Watch it now. She's reporting on our video. October 7th, 2015, Wednesday. Sakura ga Okacho Shibuya. I don't even know how you say that. Are we gonna see Mimose again? Risha Crab Bureau. That's all for tonight. Thank you for listening in. This has been your host, Kei-san. It is Kuno Sato. It's Mio. It will soon be 12:22 a.m. on October 7th. I pray you spend tomorrow in a way you won't regret. Kuno Sato gave her usual sign-off and ended the broadcast. She stretched expansively, her shoulders cracking as the stretch passed through her entire body. She knew that acting like a proper lady was the way to get listeners for these guerrilla radio broadcasts, but it still felt like she was taking things too far. Almost after 100 times, she was used to it, but she never finished a broadcast without feeling exhausted. What? Nothing. Yeah! We get to see Mimose again! She looks basically the same, but with different hairstyle. And clothes, I think. Go back, Mia-chan. Want some coffee? Thanks. Shinjo watched stunned as Mio leaned back in a chair, crossed her legs, and accepted a coffee from Mimose. First story more this afternoon, now this. What's going on with the young girls these days? She sure didn't look like a girl who'd been speaking into a computer microphone with a pleasant voice just a moment ago. He knew this is what she was really like, but... Huh? Her eyes met with his. What were you doing just now? Broadcasting information. What else?
Huh?
That made no sense. Broadcasting information. Well, I can understand why it might not make sense to Shinjo-chan. Mimose glanced over at Kuno Sato. It is so good to see somebody we recognize from Chaos Head Noah. Mio-chan is one of our best information brokers. Her day job is being a scientist, though.
Huh?
At her age. That's right. She's a genius who skipped several grades and became a researcher at an American lab. I'm just a good student. Real geniuses are on an entirely different level altogether. You mean the girl who's helping you? The one you talk about on the phone all the time? Kuno Sato nodded and started to massage her tired shoulders. Didn't she say it was Kurisu? It's not the same Kurisu, right? They said the name Kurisu at some point. That's not the same one from friggin' Steins Gate, is it? That's nutty if so. He had no idea. He thought she was pretty grown up for a 17-year-old, but... What do you research? Does my profile have anything to do with the case? No, but... It's right here. Mimose pointed at Shinjo's head. Brain? The head. The brain. She's a special researcher in the field of quantum brain dynamics. What's she doing at Hekigo? Hekigo is located in Shibuya. It's a perfect place to research chaos child syndrome, don't you think? Can we get to the point? Without waiting for Shinjo or Mimose to agree, she continued. Is she actually talking about... Is she actually talking about the Kurisu that I'm thinking about from Steins Gate? There's no way, no. That would make sense. Would it? No. Without waiting for Shinjo or Mimose to agree, she continued. Did
Arimura
have anything to say about the sumo stickers?
俺にはタメ口
She's
なんだ
not very polite to me. He sighed to himself. Hey.
いや何
No,
を気にして
I
いる
don't know
か
why
知
you
らない
care,
が
but all she said was that
気
she
に悪
found
が
them
ってい
creepy.
ただけだ
Are you sure?
あ
Yeah, why are you
何
so
をそん
focused
な
on
に
that?
気にしている
Come to think of it, you were just
そうい
saying
え
something about
ば
the stickers,
さっ
weren't
き
you?
もシールについて
You
何
thought
か
back to how
言っていた
different
な
Kunosada's voice was when she was on the radio.
あれは
What were you
何をしていたんだ
I told you, broadcasting information.
うん
ちゃんと説明してあげたら
Why don't you give him a
こ
real
れから新
explanation?
庄
You're
さん
going to
と
be
は
working with him until
解
the
決
case
ま
is
で
solved
協力
after
する
all.
ことになるんだし
Kunosada didn't bother to hide her displeasure at Mose's interruption.
ギブアンドテイクで
It's
しょ
give and take, right? I hope there's at least something of value for me to take. That was enough to piss Shinjo off.
お前な
Listen, you need to learn to
少しは
respect
年
your
長者に
elders.
対す
Are you aware of the media consumption rates that were announced this year?
は
Huh? 70% of the consumers get their news from the internet. For teenagers, it's 80%. For those in their 20s and 30s, it's 90%. In all cases, it's a higher percentage than those who get their news from TV. If you limit yourself to urban areas only, the percentages are even higher. Less than 10% of people in their teens and 20s read a daily newspaper. That figure hasn't changed much in the last 2 years. Over half of all middle school students have a smartphone. 95% of high school kids do. And if you have a smartphone, you're using the internet.
待て
Wait, what are you
何の
talking
話
about?
だ
How many people do you think rely solely on the internet for their information? Kunosada suddenly stood up and brought over her laptop she'd been using it to stream. She opened something on screen for Shinjo to see. It was a homepage of a major newspaper dated yesterday. Oops. Surveillance Society Committee member sues SafeWorks. Shibuya area woman has filed a 1.1 million yen suit in Tokyo court against venture capital for SafeWorks Tokyo, claiming that they violated her privacy. The suit is dated the 2nd. She alleges that one of the company's security cameras in Shibuya took video of her laundry drying on the veranda and uploaded it to the internet without her permission. SafeWorks responded that the webpage in question was built at the request of the ward government in an attempt to improve security leading up to Restoration Festival. They did not, however, comment on what actions they intend to take. Effects of the crash of 15 continue major US. Will Pokemon's finally be able to make phone calls? What the Shibuya mirrors tell us about the killers? Police issue warning over overeager net reporters. Politician resigns for saying die on Tweetpo. What this new law means for Tokyo's youth. Major foreign idol participating in Shibuya restoration. Crash of blah blah blah. Alright, just want to check that. There was an article about a Shibuya resident suing SafeWorks for invasion of privacy. I caused this.
Huh?
What do you mean you caused this? One of the members of a group called the Opposed to the Surveillance Society as a Tweepo addict. I made a bunch of similar accounts and homepages, each of which looked like it was created by a different person. Then I pointed them to favorable judicial precedents to make it look like a bunch of people were telling her she was a victim. Since she still seemed reluctant, over the weekend I recorded some rude behavior by someone at SafeWorks and got the whole internet mad about it. And the result was this, she said, as she tapped the laptop.
まさか
No way. When a person relies on the internet for their information, they'll accept any offline source that confirms their natural biases. I'd be willing to bet that she never read anything about the relevant case law, besides what I pointed out to her. Not that I've ever seen her face, Kunosada continued. The way she spoke, alone was enough to make Shinjo believe she was telling the truth. Why would you do something like that? Unless someone told you that SafeWorks is probably up to something, right? I agree, so I'm trying to damage their public image as much as possible. And what I want now is information on the sumo stickers. The screen was indeed showing a picture of the sumo sticker. And then... Hegio Academy Newspaper Club. Shinjo's gaze landed on a phrase in the video's introduction. Wasn't that where those kids who snuck into the Love Hotel went?
I
told them not to get involved. His tone was irritated as he remembered the faces of the boy and the girl. Kunosato, however, seemed to find it rather entertaining.
なかなかに
They're
気
pretty
がつく連
perceptive,
中だ
and tend to take advantage of
利
that where
用
I
できる
can.
時に利用今から
In the next, let's say 12 hours, the video is going to be flooded with
12時間もす
information
れば
on the sumo stickers.
この動画に
Huh?
さっきの放送
That
で
is why
の
I
情
spread
報発信
the
は
information during my
そのた
broadcast.
めの仕込みの一つ
She's
だ
getting more people by having the video like shown to the mass media. Suddenly, people are going to be focused on the stickers, and as a result, what's going to end up happening is that people who would not have said otherwise are going to start telling their stories about the stickers. It's an interesting way to manipulate to get information. After what she just told him about her dealings with SafeWorks, he couldn't help but believe her. What is it, Shinjo-chan?
Yeah.
Nothing. He realized that he must have been looking at Mose for an answer. Just who was this girl? Oh no, Shinjo-chan, you can't try and seduce me, Chan. What are you talking about? He felt his cheeks turn red at this entirely unexpected response. No, I'm not blushing because you guessed what I'm thinking. I know that, so you got a long ways to go.
有村は
Imura hasn't found
他
any
に
more
同
like
類
her,
を見
right?
つけていないんだな
Kunosato interrupted.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
であれば
Which means the only person we
次に
know
狙わ
about
れる
whose
可能
potential
性があ
target
る
is
と分
Imura
かってい
herself.
るのは
We don't know why, but it'll
Imura
probably
だけ
take
に
place on October 10th.
Yeah.
October 10th. The date of the vampire incident 6 years ago.
いざとなったら
If we have to, we can use her to set a trap. Not that we know for
狙
sure
われる
she's
か
a
どうか
target,
は分か
but...
らんがな
What? You can't do that! Shinjo slammed his fist down on the desk and glared at Kunosato. That was going too far, even for him. But... Instead of getting scared, Kunosato glared back at him with an expression he'd never seen before. Her face was cold and dangerous, like the blade of a knife. She looked more like one of the people he'd arrested than one he'd saved. You're helping me solve this case, right? Just so we're clear, when I need you to follow my orders, you will.
こちらも言ってお
And
く
just so
が
we're clear, Kunosawa put her hands on the desk and drew closer to him.
私がま
The
ず殺
person in
し
the
た
world
い
I
のは
want to kill the most is the one
今
behind
回
these
の事件の
incidents.
犯人でその次は
And after that, it's
有村を
Arimura
はじめ
and
と
her
する
ilk.
そいつらだ
Excuse you? Why do you want Arimura dead? What a pain. Yeah. Ito whispered as he turned the camera around the room, and I wholeheartedly agreed. We were in our classroom after school. The culture festival was just 3 days away, and from this afternoon until the day of the event, classes were canceled to allow for more time for the preparations. The rest of the class must have been getting excited because they were making even more noise than usual as they started moving around desks and furniture. Since this marked the start of a real preparation for the culture festival, the newspaper club needed to go around and take more footage of the rest of the school. We've been on our feet all afternoon. I didn't have time for this right now. What a nuisance. Yeah. Ito whispered as he saw a group of glancing at us from the corner of the classroom.
What, seriously? That's pathetic.
So this guy's upload stuff new media, really? That's not need to be to rip off someone else's work. We don't rip off anybody. Damn, was wrong, Cyrus. Didn't they look at the timestamp? You know, I didn't realize they all watch Nika News so much. Our class exhibit for the Culture Festival is Garo Froggy Cafe, right? Huh? Yeah. There's an article by that Watanabe guy that made Garo Froggy get popular again. So a lot of them knew who Watanabe was. Is that why? He just sighed again. He was probably getting sick of the glances and whispers he'd been getting since lunchtime. So was I. Oh. Yeah. Miyashiro. What? The look on Kawahara-kun's face said, I have better things to do than waste time with you right now. How far are you with the footage on the preparation for the Culture Festival? So that's all he wanted to talk about. Well, yeah, how am I supposed to answer that? We're just recording videos, so there's no real clear point when it'll be finished. And please stop looking at me like that.
なんだよ
What? How
どの
far
く
are
らい
you?
だいや
Oh, well...
順調にとってる
Stuff's coming
よ
along fine.
どう
Is there
か
an
したの
issue?
か文化祭の閉
Someone
会式
suggested it
の
might
時
look nice if we have the
バ
video
ッ
of
ク
the
に流したら
preparation
いい
playing
演
in the
出にな
background
るん
during
じゃ
the
ないかっ
close
ていう案が出
ceremony. Can you get that ready?
たできそうか
You to put his hand on my shoulder.
大丈夫だよな
Sure can, right?
お
Yeah,
Oh.
probably.
多分だと
You heard him.
じゃあ
Alright, we'll go
細
over
か
the
い打ち合わ
details
せは明日
tomorrow.
するから
Huh?
ちょっと待ってください
I found myself speaking to Kawahara-kun as he turned to leave. I don't have time for...
なんだ
What? No,
なんでもない
nothing.
です
Kawahara-kun looked irritated that I'd stopped him.
行こうクルス
Let's go. Kurusu.
クルス
Kurusu. Kurusu seemed to be thinking about something. It wasn't clear if she'd heard him or not. She then suddenly looked at me.
タクル
Takaru,
なんだよ
what? For once, Kurusu seemed uncertain about what to say. Come to think of it, this was the first time I'd talked to her since the incident with Arimura-san.
ちょっと来て
Come with me. Huh?
ちょ
But wait. She dragged me out of the corner of to the corner of an empty hallway. I shook her hand off my arm.
何
What?
ど
What's
うしたん
wrong?
だよ
Kurusu cradled the hand I'd shaken off protectively.
あれから
Have you met
有村さん
Arimura-san
と会っ
since then?
た
あれからって
Since then? Since we met in the
生
student
徒
council
会室
room?
で会ってからってこと
She nodded.
会ってないよ
No, I haven't. That wasn't a lie. I hadn't spoken to her directly after all.
そう
I see. What?
有村さんが
Is there
どう
something
かし
wrong
た
with
のか
Arimura-san? Kurusu remained silent, her lips pressed into a thin line. And then...
事件
You
の
uploaded a
動
video
画
about this case, is right?
アップし
It's
たで
late
しょ
now.
すぐに削除しなさい事件を追うのも
You
や
gave
めな
up
さ
on
い
the case too. You
ラ
learned
ブ
your
ホテ
lesson
ル
with
の
the
一
left
件で
hotel,
懲
didn't
り
you?
たでしょ
確かに
It's true the
警
police
察
took
に
me
は
into
連れて
custody,
行か
but
れ
they
たけ
didn't.
ど
取り返しのつかない
Something
こと
really
にな
bad
る可
happened
能
to
性
you.
だってあるの
There's something different about the way she talked. Her whole personality was different than usual. It wasn't as forceful. She was lecturing me, but instead of looking me in the eye, she was cradling her arm. As if she was speaking to herself, not to me. For the first time since I'd left the orphanage, I thought I might be able to win an argument with her.
危ないことはし
I'm
てない
not doing anything dangerous. The video I uploaded was just what the newspaper club does normally,
普
you
通の
know?
取材の範囲だ今
A lot of people are watching that video now. I'm not like those people who can only write comments
僕
about
は
it.
それに
またそんなこ
Are
と
you still talking about that? You're
子
not
供じゃ
kidding
ないんだ
anymore.
から
部室に行く
I'm going to the club room. If you're heading back to the classroom, tell Ito I'll be waiting
伊
for
藤
him.
にさ
I turned around without waiting for her answer. When I got a good distance away, she said,
タクル
Takaru, you aren't any different from
あな
anyone
たも
else.
他の人と違うわ
You're
ね
just a teenage boy.
ただの
Her voice wasn't as strong as usual, but there's no trace of anything like kindness in it either. I didn't stop walking. A minute later, Ito ran up to me and we walked to the club room together. Ito asked me if something had happened, but I told him that wasn't the case.
Oh, you're finally here. You're late, guys.
悪い
Sorry,
どう
what's
なって
going
る
on?
さっきも
We
う
just broke 100,000 views, and there's over 5,000 comments.
Huh?
マジで
Are you serious? Ito raced over to the PC that Serika was looking at.
マジじゃねえか
She's serious. Hey, Miyashiro!
見えしろ
落ち着けよ
Calm down. 100,000 isn't that big a number. What are you talking
って
about?
ことないじゃない
震えてんじゃねえか
You're shaking, man. Shut up.
本当だ
She's right. We broke 100,000. Yesterday the video only had 5 views, but now it had over 100,000. Actually, it was getting close to 100,000. 100,010.
マジでか
110,000. I don't know. Seriously? The cause was obvious. It was a Nico Neo news video that had been updated this morning.
渡部の記事のコメント
What about the comments on Watabe's article?
さっき見た感
When I
じじゃ
looked before, there was a big
炎上してる
flame war
雰囲
going
気だっ
on.
たけど
Say news net with Watabe Tomoki. To tell you the truth, I'm really excited about this update. I haven't been this fired up as a journalist in a long time. The sumo stickers, and what's more, I know something you don't. Some of these stickers have something in common. I know you're gonna love today's news. Watabe is such a shitlord. Watabe's stealing other people. Why is he too lazy? Watabe must die. Don't let him get you down, Watabe. I always knew he'd do something like this someday. Watabe's a miscreant. Watabe dies. Suck. Just miso makes it easy to eat. Snap it in half and enjoy the delicious crab.
Yep, still is.
1 out of every 3 or 4 comments on the article was criticizing it. I took a quick look at them. Most of them are fakers. The comments are linked to tweet posts, so I'm seeing stuff from people who didn't even look at the article. It was this morning when we realized that something was going on with the view count in the video we uploaded. After Shibuya News had linked to it, the views had gone up to almost 10,000 overnight. That in itself was a big deal. It was getting views faster than any video in the club's history. But this was to be expected. Keisan had a lot of followers. After the broadcast had ended around midnight, Ito, Sirika, and I had gotten excited and quickly got in touch on our smartphones. We stayed up all until close to dawn watching the number go up. But just before noon, it had really started to climb. Just as we decided to see where these new viewers were coming from, we noticed a comment on the video saying, "I came from Watabe's article." This was the article they were referring to. Nikuniya's web reporter, Watabe, had figured out that the sumo stickers were being placed near the crime scenes, and he had a never-before-seen photo of the room at the Love Hotel from the Revolving Dead incident. And in that photo, I was the first one to find it. Watabe had realized that the photo contained a sumo sticker and that the other crime scenes had sumo stickers nearby as well. He'd written up his findings in an article and published it. And as a result, people had come over to our video that discussed the same topic. 100,000 is a new record, right? Vice President's deal on the Shibuya restoration got 50,000. That was our old record. Yeah, that's true, but it's not just the content of the article itself. It's more that so many people are claiming that Watabe ripped us off. Come on, dude. Still, 100,000, 100,000. In so little time. We got tons of comments, too. Well, that's true. Still, it was hard for me to be happy. The reason we were getting so many views and comments was because of the contents of Watabe's articles were so similar to ours. Not many viewers seemed to think that we were amateurs who just happened to put something together similar to Nikoniya News. A lot of people were enjoying the scandal of Watabe, the up-and-coming reporter, plagiarizing an amateur video. It was true that we'd uploaded our video before Watabe. That was obvious from the timestamps. Well, some of our classmates seemed to think that we had ripped off Watabe, though. It's like he's using Flame Wars in order to market himself. Huh? This article Watabe wrote? I don't know if he really ripped us off, but... that can't be right, can it? Even a web journalist wouldn't deliberately plagiarize an amateur video as a marketing stunt. Well, maybe. And Watabe doesn't need to do that anyway. It's plenty popular already, after all the stories about it. And we only uploaded our video 2 days ago, right? And barely anyone saw it. It only got taken up by Shibuya News this morning. This article clearly wasn't written in a few hours. Yeah, that's true too, but something still bothered me. There were several conditions that had to be met for a flame war to really take off. 2 of the biggest were that a famous person had to be the target, and that the mainstream media had to get involved. Just having our video picked up by the Shibuya News was a first for us. What were the odds that the perfect fire for an epic flame war would get posted at the exact same time? There's no point thinking about it, is there? He said as he watched me mumble to myself. Let's see if any of the viewer comments have anything useful in them, see? People are talking about the sumo stickers. Hey, Michiro, this is our chance, right? Ito seemed unable to contain his excitement. Actually, he seemed really excited about this. Huh? Do I?
Shin-chan's list video didn't get over 100 views after all.
Ito's face suddenly went red. That's not the issue here. Was that why? Don't look at me like that. Come on, we lost some time to get the culture festival, so let's get started. Kazuki!
和樹
Hang on a second. Actually, we're gonna go... Actually, hang on a second. Hi. Oh. Oh, just give me a second. We're actually going to go ahead and end it here for the day. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all later. Peace.